Okay, hello everybody. We are here with Theodor Preststulen from Mavisoft. Mavisoft is a leading researcher in automated industrial surveying, using artificial intelligence and digital twinning to analyze damages on assets for managerial purposes. And we are here with very short interview, just a few questions, just to hear from you something about what is happening right now with COVID and your experience of how this is changing and affecting the industry. And I would say in maritime industry specifically, there is an increasing demand for reducing costs. Everything is low margin, and clients need to reduce and lower costs more and more. So how you're facing this challenge and how you're helping them?
Yeah, so obviously, like you said, the shipping industry is a very low margin business, and it's always been important to lower costs. But now with the whole COVID situation, it's becoming more important than ever, right? The timing is interesting because the shipping industry has kind of been introduced to tech innovation, AI, in the past couple of years. They've been talking about it a lot, but there hasn't been too much action. So now we're coming to a point where you either change or you potentially die as a company. So I think now is really the time to innovate. And as an AI company, we are noticing that companies are realizing this, and they want to do things that provide instant value. So a good example of this is one of the products we have, which is Scantainer. So it's basically a very powerful tool that allows you to survey shipping containers all throughout, all types of damages, and the area segmentation as well on the container to know where they are. You can even estimate the total cost. But the whole purpose of this is for loss prevention. So there are a lot of companies that send damage claims to terminal operators when it's not necessarily true. Even then, actually processing those claims take a very, very long time. So what we're doing here is creating proof of condition in order to clarify what the situation is, or in this case, who did what damage at what time. So this is one solution, for example, that we're working on. Something else that's quite interesting is another product we also have. It's called Infrascan, and basically what we're doing here is we're using artificial intelligence to detect corrosion on metal and cracks in concrete. So we do this by partnering with drone companies who survey large chemical plants. And then we run the AI on it to basically give full insight as to what the condition of your current asset is. And what this does is it lowers the total surveying time of around 80%, and it lowers the cost by around 40% as well. So this is another place where we're really trying to lower costs, but trying to make this a little bit more relevant to the current situation where everyone is sitting at home, everything is remote. With these types of solutions, we're able to kind of see everything remotely. So all these processes that happen, whether it's a container being surveyed or an asset being surveyed from a drone, it doesn't matter where you sit anymore. You don't need to drive somewhere just to see this sort of task be fulfilled. You can do it from home and control it from home. And one thing that I'm noticing from a lot of my colleagues and partners at the moment is we have a lot more time on our hands because everything is just happening from your desk, right? We had to jump on this call, Leonardo, and we jump on a Zoom chat. I don't necessarily have to come see you in person. Obviously, there is some value to doing that, but I think in the future it will become negligible. I think we will.
Yeah, that's absolutely interesting, and thank you for the extensive explanation of all the things that you do. And definitely, this last comment is I think it's a recurring comment that I hear from more and more startups that were sort of forced to work from home or from like the office in remote, And the situation has shown that it works. It works. It's something that companies would never or might have found difficult to accept so far, but now they are forced to. And companies like most of the startups in our network are digital and ready to offer services directly through the network, through the net, rather than physically in person. So I think this is a big change that will affect the maritime sector in terms of the clients in the maritime sector who will or are starting to accept digitalization as a fact of life, even if it's just because of COVID, but it is what it is. So what you foresee, very briefly, just one sentence, for the next future in your endeavors, expansions and great things yet to happen?
Probably a bit more than one sentence, but I think first, why is it going to happen? I think a lot of people who work from home, normally they don't like it because you have like this kind of this environment you build in your head. Home is for after work, it's for relaxing, cooking, maybe watching some TV, and work is for work. But now that people are forced to adapt at home and to make that a workplace, it's going to change. It's going to change everything. We've never been forced to work at our home like this before, so it's gonna change a lot of things. I think in the future, companies are going to be giving their employees budgets to make home offices. So I think companies are going to have to take a real good sort of hard look at themselves in terms of how they do things traditionally, and really be open to changing in the future. It's not just a result of a kind of like an unfortunate situation. It's just the world adapting, and you just have to go with the flow and let it happen, and don't be afraid to take risks, because we have to do it to move forwards, right?
Absolutely. Well, said from a startup, it's pretty natural. It's not natural maybe in a context of an industry that is centuries old, but definitely. Now, this is the message for the industry. We have to change. We have to move forward. Now there is a chance that we simply cannot escape from, and so we are going to do it. And let's follow, and let's get all the help we can from companies like Mavisoft and all other companies in our network. And I would say, well, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Theodor, and thank you, Mavisoft, for being with us.